Hello, Huskies back again with more NHL 17 GM mode. If you joined the stream yesterday, you know that I created a brand new relocated team. We will be moving the Winnipeg Jets to Seattle to become the Seattle Bobcats. I believe that's how we name them. They'll be playing in the Starbucks Arena. I didn't do any GM content yesterday. There was no trading overview, nothing. Just simply creating the team. Today I'm going to go over the team, kind of get a feel for what I want to do with the team, and see what I have to work with. These are the current NHL lines. I haven't touched anything. I've kind of doing a little, looked into the team a little bit just to not sound like an idiot. Line A is a high elite potential sniper on that first line, so he's going to get to a 90, 93, 94, maybe even a 95 if he plays first line minutes. Ehlers is a low elite playmaker on the second line. I need a sniper for the second line, ideally. I have 3 two-way forwards on the third line, and I have a power forward, a two-way, and a grinder on the fourth line. So I have an interesting makeup. This team doesn't have a lot of scoring in terms of sniper talent. Like I said, I've only got one sniper on the roster, so I need a second line sniper. Matthew Perreault probably will be the guy that gets dealt for that sniper because he makes 4.1. It's a bit much for 84 overall. I really don't want to trade Brian Little. I think he's a good spot. He's only making 4.7. I'm going to have to re-sign him in a couple of years, but that's okay. Ehlers is on an entry-level deal. Scheifele's making 6.1 for 8 as an 89, who will probably get to a 91 by the time this is over. That's a great deal. He's going to be here the entirety of the GM mode, probably. Blake Wheeler's another guy, 5.6 for 3 years. Good deal. Gonna have to re-sign him, but I'm okay with that 5.6. Line A's on an entry level. These two guys are on entry levels, aren't they? Lowry's not, but still only 1.1. That's fine for an 83 with the medium top 9. It's pretty good. Drew Stafford makes 4.3. Not thrilled, but he's only 1 year, so if he stays, that's fine. Defensively, Tyler Myers makes 5.5, which isn't bad, again, 87. Bufflin makes 7.6 as a 91. A little high for my liking, but at the same time, I think that's fine. We currently sit at 7.5 in cap space. Million free. Toby Enstrom makes 5.7 as an 84. That's too much. Trouba makes 3. Granted, that's because he signed a bridge deal to try to get a deal done. Stewart makes 2.6, and Sherratt makes 0.8. So, I've got Josh Morrissey in the system, who ideally would take Stewart's spot once he's ready. He's not ready just yet. I'll show you my scratched. I don't know who this Melchior I don't know who he is. Nicholas Patan. He has got some sick stats. 87 offensive awareness, good puck skills. He's a playmaker. He's a depth forward. So I'm not entirely sure. And then there's Morrissey, who's a minor top 2 defenseman. So I want to send Morrissey down to give him an AHL season, because that's what his role is, to see if he progresses down there. Nicholas Patan, I'm not entirely sure what to do with, because he is a playmaker. Alright, before I do that, let's look at really the guys that I want to keep an eye on are Dano, top 6 medium, decent potential. He's a two-way forward. Adam Lowry is a top 9. He's already 23 though. He's not going to progress much more. Like I said, Ehlers, he's 20. Line A's 18. Andrew Kopp's 22. He can get to like an 85. And then Nick Patan, what's Patan's potential? Is it top 6? It is medium top 6. So I mean, he can get to an 86 or an 87. As for our AHL, Kyle Connor's the big one. Low elite, 19 years old. He's a two-way forward. I've seen him get upwards of 88, 89, depending on how he plays. Joel Armia, I've seen him get upwards of 87 and 88 too. So what I might end up doing is calling up Armia and sending down Kopp, because he's still a minor forward. Whereas Armia's the third liner. Because this if I want Connor to progress, I need a center that's not 70 overall. Scott Kosmachuk's another one that might. I mean, he's Like I'd use him, but he's a 77. I don't really want to do that. Defensively, we have no defensive prospects whatsoever. I'm just gonna call one of these two guys up to be my 7th defenseman, probably Postma. Actually, this dude's a defensive defenseman. I might call straight up. But our biggest issue going forward is going to be goaltending. Hellebuyck and Pavlik are both backup goalies. And in the AHL, I have Hutchinson and I think it's Comrie. Comrie's got good potential, medium starter, he's 21, so he's going to get a year in the AHL as a starter and then probably come to the NHL next year. But yeah, goaltending's kind of an issue. I want to start Hellebuyck over Pavlik because I want him to maybe get to an NHL level goalie, 85, 86. But yeah, I'm gonna go to roster moves, and I'm gonna call up Armia and Postma. I'm gonna send down this 73 guy, and I'm gonna send down Kopp and Morrissey. I'm gonna need to call up one more guy. Right? No, I don't. I'll do that. Do I have a... Actually, we'll call up... I'll call up straight. Alright, so... Let's see what I should do here. If I best lines this... Puts Matthias at center, that's what I wanted. He's got 75 faceoffs, so he can play center on that 4th line. He is a power forward. I'm going to put Stafford on the 4th line and put Army on the 3rd line. And I'm not sure if I want to hold on to Thorburn. He's not a bad 4th liner. I really don't have anybody else to put there. Like, I would put... Who do I have scratched? I want to get Patan in the lineup. Oh wait, why do I have both of them up here? I should send one of them down. I want to get Patan in there somewhere. What does Patan have face-offs? He does. He's gonna play center. He's taking Matthias's role. He's a depth forward, so he can pretty much play anywhere. I'm not too concerned about winning year 1, just because I want to get some progression out of players. Patan's one of them. Like I said, I want to trade Perot, maybe Perot and Stafford to try to get that 2nd line sniper, because I don't want to trade any draft picks. And then I've got, this is my defense. My defense is going to change any. And then 4th line, and then we'll do this. Kopp, Howden, Connor. Howden's already 24, 2-way forward. I'm going to put Kosmachuk there. I think he'll do better. Make sure I got everybody else. This dude's 19. I'm going to put him at 2nd line. And then Morrissey should be, yep. Alright, cool. So our lines are set. I'm going to try to keep these videos to 20 minutes because more people watch. That's just pretty much what's happened. My shorter videos in these series get more views and people hang around longer, so I'm also trying to be more upbeat. Well, I shouldn't say upbeat. I'm trying to record these more when I'm already awake and established, not rolling out of bed. Alright, so let's see. Who did I want to trade? Kosmachuk has decent trade value. I want to trade Perot and Stafford. And I want a 2nd line sniper. Where could I find a 2nd line sniper that wants both of these guys? Can I get Panarin from the Hawks? They would take Perot, so they don't want Stafford. So they would take Perot. Panarin's an 87. Do I just... Will they take Armia? I'm just gonna propose it. I want to see. Okay, no, so it's the same person. I wonder if I should just. They don't want any draft picks, so this wouldn't even work. Like, and this is gonna be no value, right? Yeah. I would have to give them a first. I don't entirely know if Panarin's worth the first. That would give me that 2-line punch though, because what are his shooting stats? Are they good? He makes 6. That's a lot of money for 87. But he usually gets to a 90 overall. Let's see if I can find a different sniper real quick before I commit to Panarin. Stafford. Colorado, do you have any snipers? This Rantanen kid's a sniper, isn't he? No, he's a player. Oh, he is a sniper. Now the only question is, do I make the trade for him? What's his role? Third line scoring forward? If I make the deal for Rantanen, I could get away with just trading Perreault for Rantanen straight up. Give me a draft pick. Give me a third next year. A third and Rantanen for Perreault. Rejected. So Perreault for Rantanen. Accepted. Alright, so he's not a second line. He's not a second line sniper yet. But he's what, 19? He's got elite potential. I'm not gonna start him on the second line. His shot isn't good enough yet, so I'm gonna put him on the third line. Actually, I probably should I'm gonna go make another deal to move Stafford. So these lines aren't set yet. I'm gonna try to get Panarin. So Stafford. Who's this Stanley kid? Top 6D, Logan Stanley? Luke Green. I wonder if I can include one of them in the deal for Panarin. Because Panarin's who I want. I want Panarin. What's the Brinkett? Is he a playmaker? He is. Okay. Yeah, Panarin's who I want. Alright, so to get Panarin, ideally I'd have to give up a lot. And they don't want any of these young kids. They want NHL players only. That's a shame. Oh, the first year's draft is so important. I feel like a first next year is too much. But at the same time, a third this year for Panarin for Stafford in our first round next year, too much. How about a fourth instead of a third? Alright, how about no pick? Still nothing, huh? Wow. Alright, they don't want... That surprises me. I'm surprised they don't want... If I put Kosmachuk in, it's the same position, so they won't take that deal. No, Chris Thorburn? Damn. Well, let's try Kosmachuk and see if they take it. I don't think they will. Oh, well, I probably just fucked myself because I probably gave them too much for him, but at the same time... Alright, so if I best lines this, Panarin on the second line with Little and Ehlers, Rantanen on the third line with Lowry and Dano, fourth line is Thorburn, Matthias, and Armia. I still don't have Patan in the lineup anywhere. Actually, I could just do this. You can't do that. Dano, Matthias, Armia. Dano's a third line scorer though. Are any of these guys? I might just put Patan on that fourth line. He's got 4-star defense. It's actually pretty good. all things considered. Armia might be somebody I would try to move to. Patan's got better face-offs. Yeah, so we move Perot for Panarin, or we move Perot for Rantanen. I'm interested to see if he progresses. Like I said, this first year is kind of just a progression year. I want to see how everybody moves and changes. Patan might be somebody really good. He's already got good offensive awareness. I'm thinking about just putting... Yeah, I'm going to put Patan on the third line with Lowry and Rantanen, because I think Rantanen needs that playmaker, that 87 overall, or that 87 offensive awareness playmaker. And then Panarin on the second line has Little with 89 and Ehlers with 88. And then Line A has Scheifele with 89 and Wheeler with 90. So I think we're off to a good start here. Like I said, year one is pretty much just going to be... Is he top 4? He is, so I can put him on the second pairing. Because I want Trouba to progress. So there we go. And I think those moves... Howden can stay there. That's fine. So I don't have anybody higher. No, that's fine. I want to put this Rosolov kid up there. Alright, cool. So there's where we're starting with. We still have a ton of cap space because we traded 2 guys that make $5 million roughly. If I go to contracts, we're at 16 minutes. View contracts. Yeah, so we have 9.1 million in cap space, and we only have to sign Dano, Sherratt, Thorburn, Straight, and Postman next year. On the main roster, at least. In the system, we have to sign Kopp and Howden, but they're both restricted. So year one is definitely a good build year. This team is also good enough to make the playoffs. So if we do, hey, I have my first round pick still. One thing I'm going to look into as we progress is a goalie, because I need one. And I'm trying to get a feel for who's going to be possibly on the trade block. Korpisalo is somebody to think about. I might have to keep an eye out to see if Columbus offers him a deal. I wonder what his trade value is. It's really fucking high. Holy shit. God damn, it is. Alright, well, never mind. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna get Korpisalo. Holy shit. We got something else we want to look for. Matt Murray is one, I believe. That's 3.5. He's an 86. 5.5 for Fleury was I mean, both of these guys are decent options going forward. Fleury has a lot of trade value, and I think Murray does too. I think they both have pretty high trade value. Murray doesn't. I'll tell you what, man. And they want to trade Murray. Let's see if I can get a deal done. I don't think Hellebuyck gets to anything good. So if I can move Hellebuyck, and maybe if they want... they only want defensemen and bottom 6 guys. That doesn't help me. I really don't want to give you another draft pick. That's because yeah, they only want defensemen. Like, even if I added one of these... Even if I added this green kid, I don't think they take this deal. Oh, they might, actually. Let me see if I can get a draft pick from them. Give me a third. Trade accepted. Alright, so... I'm just making all sorts of moves. Alright, so what that does is that gives us a temporary fix on goaltending with Murray. He's 22, elite potential. He makes 3.5 for 4 years. And that gives me a chance to let Comrie play a season in the AHL and then bring him up next year. Plus, I'm pretty sure Murray is a starter role. Yeah, so that was a good deal, I think. And I traded, what, a second? A second in Hutchinson for a third in Murray. Alright, that's where I'm going to end this video. I think we're off to a good start. We addressed the goaltending issues. We got a second line sniper. We have a third line sniper. Possibly could improve and be trade bait later. We have good young talent. Like I said, this year one isn't about winning. It's about progressing my players before we move to Seattle. I'll go ahead and sim to the start of the season. Play Carolina game 1. Right, I'm back to being in owner mode, so I have owner goals. Now I'm a contender. 17 sellouts, 22 home wins, make the playoffs. I'm at 21 minutes. Auto assign promotion nights. Alright, so hopefully I don't have any guys get upset about ice time. I shouldn't. They should be okay with ice time. I'm interested to see if this team is able to... What's my owner goal? Secondary goal? It must be because we're playing team prestige, yeah, well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. As always, leave a like if you made it this far and enjoyed the video. This is the start of a new GM mode. It's gonna be fun. Like I said, next season will be our first season in Seattle. Right now we're gonna play out Winnipeg. We made a couple big trades. I think we're off to a good start. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and be sure to come back tomorrow to see how this team progresses or performs. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This is gonna be an interesting one. But yeah, I will see you in the next one.